Parallel teaching. This is where each teacher instructs half the students. The two teachers are addressing the same instructional material using the same teaching strategies. It's best used when a lower adult-student ratio is needed to improve instructional efficiency. It also helps to foster student participation in discussions and for activities such as drill and practice or reteaching or test review. As we move into more strategies that require team effort and planning from both the teacher candidate and mentor, I want to take a moment to talk about collaboration. One of the most difficult things to wrap our minds around is the idea of no hierarchy in the classroom with a teacher candidate. We have all been schooled in traditional models, and it's easy for us to understand, so it's possible that we'll fall back into old habits if we don't make time for planning. There are 6 characteristics of successful collaboration: being voluntary, requiring parity among participants based on mutual goals, depending on shared responsibility for participation and decision making, and consisting of individuals who share their resources, consisting of individuals who share accountability for outcomes. More students would have a chance to share their alternative endings to the story if they're split into 2 groups. If each teacher took a group of students and presented environmental issues, one from the point of view of business and industry, and one from the point of view of environmentalists, the class would later have a spirited discussion on the topic. Student use of science materials could be more closely monitored if the group was divided in half. Some of the pros? The obvious is reduction of class size. It's easier to sell parents on the advantage of having a teacher candidate in the classroom. The mentor teacher does not lose the ability or time to teach. Classroom management is less because of the smaller amounts of students. Your ability to group according to ability and have a mentor teacher and teacher candidate work with 2 different groups is also an advantage. This approach gives each teacher an active but separate instructional role in the classroom. Any topic with multiple dimensions can be presented using this approach if the groups are then brought back together for discussions. Students could be strategically placed in the 2 groups as well. Some of the cons is not enough planning can make expectations for the outcomes unclear. Teaching may not take the same amount of time, and it may not be the right strategy for a particular lesson. In terms of assessment, identify the co-planning needed to ensure concepts are covered equitably in each half of the class. There needs to be communication between co-teachers that is critical to success. Same material, same content, heterogeneous or homogeneous grouping. Where will both locations be? Can you divide a combination class, a 3-4 split, or divide by skills? Assessment, each grade the other section. More participation and individual help, use of discussion, looking at evidence, increased supervision, and group discussion. These are all things to think about when doing parallel teaching.